Why you wanna do me? Hey, come on in the room. Lisa M830. Why you dragging his mama wig like that? Oh my gosh. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know what this is from. I didn't even notice this. Oh my gosh, it's all over my shirt. I wore my rainbow shaggy, like, I don't know what you call it, jacket. I just call it a jacket to go vote today, and it's all over my shirt, and I just noticed it when I got on camera. Oh wow. Oh wow. Hold on, let me clean my camera off, guys. There it is. Oh yes. Um, I have to do my hair this week. Mama is going to I'm giving myself a, y'all know I do my aloe vera hair mask. So I just got a huge aloe vera leaf, and I'm going to do my hair tomorrow because it's Halloween and I don't leave my house on Halloween. So I'm going to put like a deep conditioner hair mask on after my aloe vera one. And I wash it out on Sunday and I have long, luxurious curls. Come on in the room. Make sure when you come on in the room, you come on in the room with some lights. How we doing? What's up, Whitney? Hey, Shawnette. Hey, Mimi's Girl 2010. What's up, Danny Marie? Hey, Just Being Me. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Kristianna. What's up, Tammy? Yes. Micheline, can I tell you when it was time for me to leave? First of all, I it was fairly quick and easy to vote. Like I was in and out, and I waited a second because I was just like, I think something else has to happen. It was way too quick for me, way too quick. I was like, did I do something wrong? Did I not vote for everybody? I was expecting to at least be at the voting booth for like 15 minutes. Guys, I was there at the max 5. It was like click, 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 click. I was like, oh, okay. Well, this is it. This is it. Hold on, guys. Let me get a napkin. Let me get a napkin. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Why you want to do me? So, yeah, when I was leaving out of my voting center, when I was walking out, the lady, one of the volunteer poll workers, she was just like, thank you so much for being extra. No, festive. She said festive. I said, I tried. But everybody wanted to say something to me. Like this one lady kept on staring at me. She wanted to say something because I was the only one dressed like that. My mom was in her all blue for a Democrat. And I just always, every election day since I was 18, I've always dressed up because I don't know, I've always felt like it was an honor to be able to do that because of the sacrifices that my ancestors have made for me. My grandmother instilled that in me when I was very young. So for me, it's like it's a celebration. So I always dress up. Always dress up. Even if nobody else does, I do it for me and for the ancestors. Anyway, Laura said, I don't even watch the show, but Thai rice is my favorite. Yes, Thasanono, absolutely. Because I live in a gentrified area. So the voting process was like, if I was in Inglewood, there's no way it would have been that easy. No way. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Kusi Girl. Hey, Soprano 2. Come on in the room. Oh, stage 4 Indo Fighter Day by Day is in the building. Hey, what's up, sis? Oh, thank you for hitting the likes. Guys, make sure when you come in the room, you give your girl some likes. Hey, Stella. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Becca. What's up, Sarah? Hey, Francine. Oh, yeah. Small Brittany, absolutely. First of all, guys, if you were expecting Southern Charm today, forgive me because I got up this morning at 4:30 in the morning. And I don't know why. I think I had a lot of nerves, and I had a lot of excitement about voting today. I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. I was feeling very anxious, so it was really hard for me to sleep. And so I like got up and I started like going over, because California has a lot of propositions and measures on the ballot. So there's a lot of studying that has to go into it. So I was like going over, propositions and measures, just making sure, I was comfortable with my vote and how I was voting. And then I was just looking up. I don't know. I felt like I was going over an exam. You know what I mean? Like this morning felt like the day of my final in college. You know what I mean? Like, how you are right before you take that final, like 2 hours before, or like even early in the morning before the final, you were like just wired and you just keep on going over everything. That's how I felt. So when I got home, I was like, I'm just going to take a quick nap. That nap was not quick because I got up and I thought I had enough time to do a live for Southern Charm, but then I realized that I live in LA. You know what I mean? So it doesn't get dark here like in Atlanta. It was dark at 4, so I knew, what time it was. I'm thinking I still have all this time, and I look at the clock and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost time for Love at the Lockup. I have to watch that episode. So what I'm going to do next week is do the season premiere of Southern Charm and the second episode in the same live, because I feel like I'm not going to get a lot from Southern Charm, but I could be wrong. I could, if you've seen it, let a girl know. But I just feel like I'm going to have enough to talk about within the hour from both episodes. So sorry about that, but today was a lot. It was a lot happening, because you guys know I'm sleeping through election day. So that's another reason why I did voting early. Because one, I didn't want to do those lines. I didn't want to be out there with people who were like not well, doing some election day stuff. And I can't, my anxiety, I can't take that day. So I'm going to make sure I stay up really late on November 2nd, and I'm sleeping through that day. I'm saying, y'all know I got my melatonin lotion. I got my melatonin, not body wash. What is it called? Bubble bath. I have that. I'm going to be out like a light on November 3rd. Not playing. Oh, thank you, Lavender. I love that you're here. Alana, do you have? Oh, it's Alana Etsy. Ets SST. I thought you had an Etsy shop. I was like, plug your Etsy shop if you have it. I hope you're having a nice day, a nice Friday as well, Miss ST. Yes, Violetta, that's what it felt like. I was like, why am I up at 4:30? Oh well, let me start going over propositions. Let me look up who's funding this ad for this proposition. I was deep. I was deep into the money tunnel this morning. Oh goodness. It's not like voting is not something to take lightly. It's I will say in Philly, it's so easy to vote. It's so easy to vote because I think they call it down the down the line ballot. I think that's what it's called. But in Philly, you just press Democrat and everything, or Republican or Independent, whatever, however you vote, and it does it for everything. So out here in LA, baby, you got to do some serious research. I've been like studying uh damn near 6 months for this. You know what I mean? Because my opinion has changed. Like my voting mind has changed about a lot of stuff just from researching. I think for the most important thing for me, not the most, but one of the most important things is who's paying for this, right? Who's behind it? Like I'm speaking of propositions and measures. Who is what union, what organization is behind this measure? That's when I start thinking like, okay, if it's a bunch of billionaires behind this, probably not in my best interest to vote for it. But then I do additional research. But California, they don't play with all these propositions, baby. It's some work. I found it to be very easy to vote in Philly. It is not easy to vote in LA. Thank you, Bonnie. Oh, Brandy. Well, I hope it's worth it today. Hey, Ryan. Oh, Ryan, like I don't know if you were here for that, but it took me like 5 minutes. I turned around, I looked at like the volunteer, and I was like, should I do anything else? Oh, it's done? Oh, okay. And I just left. I was like, oh, this was really, really quick. I probably could have slept a bit later. Oh, hold on, guys. We haven't even started yet, and we got a super chat from Stella. Thank you, Stella. Stella said, just wanted to say hi and how much your videos cheer me up when I'm feeling down. Thank you so much, Stella. Thank you for the super chat. And you guys cheer me up when I'm feeling down because today was one of them days. It wasn't a depressing day, but it was just like I said, my anxiety was all over the place. So this is very much needed. Yes, small Brittany, I saw that a lot of people voted, but today was the first day of early voting in my county, and I've never done it before because, like I said, to me, like voting, like it's a celebration. It's a holiday for me. So I really get into the groove. Back in the day, I used to like wear an American flag bodycon dress. If you know about Jeffrey Campbell, you know them American flag Jeffrey Campbell boots. I used to wear all of that. I've gotten a little bit more militant the older that I've gotten. So I'm not as red, white, and blue as I used to be, but I'm festive. I'm still very, very festive. So I always vote on election day. But this process, the early voting process, was so freaking easy and quick. I think I'm going to be an early voter from here on out. I really, really do. I didn't like it was just in and out. The only reason why we had a line was because of social distancing, but the line wasn't even long. It was so quick, guys. Listen, I don't think I'm ever going back to voting on election day unless I have to. Unless I have to. But this was so quick and easy. I was just like, I don't think I'm going back. I'll still be festive. You know what I mean? But I don't think I'm going back to that craziness. I, I'm saving Heather for last, guys. Tiffany, I'm saving Heather for last. Mama got a lot going on. I'm actually about to get started. I just wanted to check in with you guys first. Same, Bonnie. The line, I stood in the line longer as well than it took me to vote. Like it was just so easy. So easy. Yeah, I can't. The only thing, like, I'm looking forward to, peace and harmony after the election, but I'm also looking forward to those text messages to stop. I feel like I don't want to be rude because I know that it's people who are really working hard during this time. So I don't reply stop, but baby, I think on November 3rd, I'm gonna be like, girl, I already did it. Already did it. Leave me alone, Jessica, because it's always a Jessica. Hey, Nikki, just making sure you're going. And first of all, how you calling me Nikki? I've had a lot of those people text me Nikki. Oh no, Jamal, my name is not Nikki. It's Miss Nicole to you. Who are you, stranger? So I think because I already voted, I think I might just reply stop. I voted and be about it because I did that to one person and he responded with like this paragraph and I was just like, oh no, after I say stop, that's when you stop. Well, this is not a back and forth situation. Oh, Whitney just told me something that I did not know. She said, Nikki, they don't do party line voting anymore in PA. They changed the voting law recently. But yes, it was, yeah, damn it. That was so easy. That was so easy compared to LA. Missy B2 said, I saw the fashions you were giving on Instagram when you went out to vote today. Listen, I'm always festive. You guys, if you want to go back on my Instagram, every voting day, Mama is festive. It's a celebration, I feel like. You know what I mean? Especially for somebody like me. My ancestors made a lot of sacrifices so that I could do that. So my family's like very political and my grandma is a union. She was a union president. So we were all about that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I was protesting for union workers at like 5. So it's just like, this is what we do. Like when I turned 18, it was a huge deal. It was a huge deal that this is going to be the first time that I could vote. Like, grandma came over, told me the importance of vote. Like it's a big deal for my family to vote. Really, really big. So big that my sister got in trouble today because she works really, really late and she was just too tired to get up and vote. And my mom was just like, okay, well, I don't know what you're going to do, but if you're not in that line before or on November 3rd, you can't come back in here. My sister was like, Mom, I'm voting. Chill out. I'm just tired. I did. Tiffany, I enjoyed this episode, but I'm very, something going on with Heather that we have to talk about. Hey, DBT Queen. Hey, Supernatural Goddess. Yes, make sure you guys like when you come in the room. Thank you guys for reminding everybody about that. Also, I always say I'm gonna check in with my moderators, but I am. I just haven't. This week has been crazy. Next week will be even crazier. So just a heads up, guys. Some of my lives next week will be late, like right after the episode, because some days my days are just full, so some days I can't do like afternoon live. So I'll give you guys like at least 24 hours before, just a 24-hour heads up before I do a late live. But a few of them will be like right after the episode, so it'll be late for a lot of my East Coast subscribers. So just to give you guys a heads up for that. I don't know if I'm doing Potomac. Potomac might be the only afternoon live that I do, but a lot of the ones next week are going to be late, just because for some reason we're getting to the holidays and all of a sudden work is starting to pick up for me. I'm not complaining, but I'm just like, okay, I thought we were moving into holiday season where we chill. Not for me. Oh, Shannon the Van. Another thing that's great about Canada. She said we get time off to vote here in Canada. Work can't stop you from going. Good for you guys. Shannon the Van, I was watching your channel today. I love your channel. Support our girl Shannon the Van, guys. She does reviews as well. I meant to comment, but I fell asleep. Ciao. Mother was up at 4:30 today. Hey, Tracy. Girl, Graciela, if I had some meds, ciao. Oh, Missy B, you're welcome. Missy B too asked for she wanted to know where I got my sneakers from, and I shared the link with her. You're girl, you will love them. You will love them. They're like, seriously, they're great in the daytime, but in the evening, especially under like a UV light, magical. Or just like take a picture of them at night, magical. I love those shoes. Oh yeah, my mom, Violetta, my mama don't play. My mama does not play. Oh, Herbert Romero just said on live, Dylan said that his relationship with Heather only lasted 7 days. I can't believe it lasted that long. Poor guy. Poor guy. Supernatural Goddess, what you cooking? Oh yeah, Bonnie, Shannon Evan is great. I love her. No, Shay, you didn't put me to sleep. I was up too early, like mid comment. I wake up, my computer's on the side, and my hands are like this on my computer because I was about to comment on your video. Listen, I was up early. Forgive you, girl. Hopefully, we can meet up when I visit Canada. That's a family trip that my family and I are going to do next year. So yeah. So hopefully we can link up. Yes. Yes, we are subscribing to Shannon the Van. Let's do it. I love her reviews, guys. You're going to love them as well. Oh, Supernatural Goddess. I'm eating something like that. I just got a salad from Tender Greens. When I get off of this live, I want to have it. It's like a chicken pesto bowl with like spicy broccoli, roasted chicken, a lot of good stuff that I can't wait to get to. Gracie Ellis said, I got my cigs and wings and soda. We got a lot of salmon people up here. Love it. I love me some salmon. Love me some salmon. All right, ladies and gents and everybody in between. Wait, hold on. Christine Torres gave your girl a super chat. She said, just discovered your channel and I'm obsessed. Christine Torres, I'm obsessed with you. Thank you for supporting your girl. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys. Oh, I'm so glad I did this. Listen, today it wasn't a bad day, but I'm just like I was all over the place, and I also think that maybe God told me to just put my body to rest because I was just there was a lot going on because this election is very important for a lot of us, for a lot of us, you know what I mean. So it's whew, yeah. Keep us, Shan in the van. Keep us in your prayers. Hey Angie, thank you. Toronto, Shawnette. Yes, yes, yes. Like. Shan, I'm gonna be all over. Before I go out there, I'm gonna reach out to you so you can let me know where to go. Hold on, before we start, Micheline Pierre gave your girl a super chat. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. Let me get my notes ready. Guys, I'm saving Heather for last because it's wow. Wow, her behavior this episode, like I'm like, girl, how can you get worse than last week's episode? Anyway, people who are just watching this live just to get the review, the live review is happening right now. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start off with Shonda and Tyrese. Just to let you guys know, I don't get into the comments until after. So if you have any questions about anything that I said in this live, just hold it until your girl is finished this part of the live. So Tyrese finally got himself a woman that is his age and his speed, because this 48-year-old that he's trying to tell us that he is, we all know it's a lie. He finally got a woman that is in his age range and that is his speed, and I feel like this relationship will work for him because she's not grossed out by his his old papa daddy kind of stuff that he does. Like 28-year-old Shonda was not into that. But what I will say, when they were in the confessional together, and she was just like, I know that, first of all, before I even say this, I cannot stand when the new chick who has not met the old chick got something to say about the ex. Like, women don't do that, right? You know what I mean? Because let's be very honest. Men lie. That's all they do. Every day they lie. I remember some girl tweeted, because somebody she responded to a tweet that said, why do men lick their lips all the time? And the woman responded, she said, it's to moisturize their lies. Listen, that's what they do. They lie, right? I don't care if you're in love with this dude and he is the one and you're so happy with him. Don't believe nothing he said about the ex unless you yourself have some proof where you can believe this man, because men always lie, especially when they're talking to the new woman about the old woman. She's crazy. She did all of this. No, what did you do to her to get her to that point? Because yes, there are some crazy women, but ain't every woman crazy. A lot of women end up crazy because of something that a man did. So I didn't like how, the new chick, I think her name was Laura, Miss Laura. Oh, Tracy. I didn't like how Tracy was, talking about Chandra. And she was just like, I know that, she's probably going to reach out to you and ask you for some money because you leaving? Oh, Mom, you opened the door. They heard the door open. Mother's here. Anyway, so she says to him, I know that she's going to ask him for some money, and I know about that lifestyle because I was, in prison as well. And then Tyrese was like, man, don't say that because everybody gonna think that all the women that I date, are felons. Well, sir, That might be your speed, as well as, somebody who is age appropriate. That might be just what you like, because it seems from this show, I don't know Tyrice's dating history, but I do know that older black lady that was helping him look for lingerie for Shonda, she even said in her confessional that she likes him and that she wants to be with him, but he didn't see anything about her that was attractive to him. I thought he didn't. I thought that he wasn't attracted to her because she was older. But Tracy, the new chick, is just as old, if not older. So I'm like, are you not attracted to Tracy? Women like Tracy because you like, a full figure felonious white woman? Is that what you want, Tyrese? I feel like that's his thing. Like, that's his, and it's okay. There are a lot of women who, like men who are in prison. You know what I mean? A lot of us are, not raised, but society makes, the bad guy, the rough and tough, the thug, the roughneck. That's, for a lot of women, that's what you go after, because a tough dude make you feel like you're protected. You know what I mean? We look for a protector in a lot of men. So, I'm not, downing his preference, but I'm like, it's probably a thing that he likes. You know what I mean? He likes, like I said before, a full figure white woman with a rap sheet. That's his thing. He kept on talking about her behind and, just weird, creepy, elderly stuff. I'm like, Tyrese, you are not 48. You are not 48. It's tight. It's right. And I'm going to tear that up. What young man says that? What man in his 40s tells a woman he going to tear that up? That's something that a man in his 60s will say. Or like, a good early 70s. Not no young dude. I'm going to tear it up because it's tight and it's right. I'm like, first of all, I'm uncomfortable. Second of all, please stop cosplaying like you are 48 years old. You are not in your 40s, Tyrese. I don't believe it. Nobody believes it. There is no way that this woman that you're sitting here with believes that you're 48. We don't believe that you're 48. Shonda don't believe that you're 48. So you can stop with this lie. If you come back next season, please, just let us know that you are a good 62. Just tell the truth and shame the devil. We're not going to judge you. We're all going to act like that didn't happen, because nobody is believing this. Every time you speak, every time you get dressed, your mannerisms, your voice, it's all, no shade, very old, not 40s. I'm going to tear it up because it's tight and right. I felt bad for Miss Tracy, because she was uncomfortable too. You know what I mean? Like she was trying to make him feel like, oh my God. But she was probably sitting there like, okay, that's enough. I don't want you to tell the world that I have a tight vagina, no matter how much of a, feather in your cap that you think that is. That's kind of embarrassing. I just felt bad for her. I was just like, okay, well, this is what you want, mama. Because I don't see her going anywhere. She's on TV. You know what I mean? Like, I think that she probably saw Tyrese in that, what was it? That electric blue zoot suit, and was just like, ain't no way I want that. But then she saw the camera crew running with this guy, and she was just like, you know what? I'll take one for the team to get on TV. No shade, mama. Secure the bag any way you can. Also, I that booger in his nose, everything about this scene made me uncomfortable. The booger in his nose, the way he's talking about tearing her up, and the way he's eating that chicken, that fried chicken wing that he was eating. I've never seen a person eat a chicken wing like that. Normally, you break it apart, set some off and put it in your mouth. He was like biting the center of the chicken wing like a caveman. I'm gonna tear that up. What? I was so uncomfortable. Just so uncomfortable with this scene. I hope we get to see more of Shonda, though. I don't want to see Tyrese and Miss Tracy. I just, you know what I mean? Like, we were introduced to Shonda. Do we have to be introduced to you all over again? I don't want that. Like, if this is what we're going to get from Tyrese, it's okay to move on. It's okay to give us more of Dylan and Heather, because they're the most interesting couple on this show. And I told you guys, I remember when I was just like, I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 reviews ago, I said they saved the best for last. The reason why we are not getting a lot of Dylan and Heather is because they're going to close out the season, and we're going to have a lot of scenes from this couple. One or two of you Didn't believe me. Y'all were like, no, we see the trailer. They're not that interesting. Well, baby, here we are. What is it? Their second or third episode, and they're the most talked about couple right now because I told you they were saving the best for last. I knew they were going to wrap up some couples, and they were going to give us Dylan and Heather. I think they're going to wrap up Ty Rice and Shonda and Miss Tracy, and I also think they're going to wrap up John and Kristianna. Oh God, wasn't that sad? That was so sad. We'll get into that later. But oh yeah, I don't have anything else to say about Ty Rice. Oh, the only thing that I want to say is that I almost vomited when he ate that chicken wing. It was just so barbaric. It's like, this is how you eat a chicken wing? Where is he from? I can't believe he wasn't the one that was in prison. He gives me felon more than a woman that he dates. Anyway, let's get to Maurice and Jessica. So Maurice and Jessica are looking at wedding venues in Vegas. Them Vegas wedding venues look rough. Anyway, they're looking at wedding venues, and I think this is, I don't know, I think it's maybe a rites of passage in this show where you have to like tell a free person that's a day player on the show that you were incarcerated. I feel like they do that a lot to people to maybe like try to get a reaction out of them, but I'm like, this is Vegas. We've come to find out on this show that everybody is a felon. You know what I mean? Remember when Destiny was telling that girl about her history at the furniture store? And she was like, oh yeah, I just got out too. Vegas. I still love it. I still love it. I'll be, as soon as they open up safely, I'm back. Anyway, so they're looking up at wedding venues, and the wedding coordinator is taking them around to different places. And I'll talk about not Ty Rice. I'll talk about Maurice later. But there is a way that he acts that really bothers me. But let's talk about this coordinator, because she's asking them about their wedding day and what they want. And then Maurice volunteers. She asked him how they met. And Maurice volunteers this information that they met online when he was in prison. Let me tell you something. The way that lady's lashes hit her eyebrows when he said that, she was like, oh, okay. And she immediately looked at Jessica. And every woman knows this look. It was a woman moment. And she looked at her like, okay, like, girl, are you serious about this? Is this what you want to do? Like, she gave her that look, and I knew, like, every woman knows what that look is. Like, are you okay? Are you safe? You need me to call the cop? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she gave her that look. Like, Jessica, you serious? You're marrying a man that you met online who was in prison, girl. You serious? That was the look. That what we all know that looked like. You need me to help you? Because I could get you out of this situation. Anyway, so they're looking at wedding venues, and, you know, they finally find a place that they agree on. And Maurice is giving this. I'm telling you, he gives me Kato Kalin. He gives me Scammer. I'm telling you, there's so many people out in LA like that who play like the poor and desolate person. And they play on people who get some kind of high off of helping people in those situations, right? That's what he gives me. I feel like he plays up him being poor way too much than what he really is. I really, really do. So he's, you know, doing the whole thing of, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. It's a wedding chapel. I never seen nothing like this before. If you don't stop with this plantation act, I can't take it. I can't take it. Anyway, let's get into this ring. Let's talk about the ring. So he tells Jessica that he loves her and he's so happy to be with her. Real talk, not even hating. I hope this works out. I really, really do, because I don't think that Jessica can bounce back from this man breaking her heart. And now there's a child involved. So I hope that all this stuff that he's talking, that he is a man of his word and he keeps his promise to this woman and their child. I really, really do. It's something in me doesn't believe that he will, but for Jessica's mental state, I hope he does. Anyway, so he proposes to her, gets down on one knee, And he opens up the ring box. Jessica, I implore you to take that ring. He don't have to be around. Or maybe, you are with him and he's in a car. All I would do is just take that ring and lightly, because all you got to, if it's a real diamond, baby, you don't got to put too much pressure on it. Lightly scrape it across your window, passenger side window. See what happens. See what happens to that window and report back, mama. Report back, because I'm sorry. I'm not hating, but as somebody who was raised on Claire's, and I had a little time when I was in Justice, I know what a cubic zirconia looks like. That was not the real deal. I said, oh, no. He walked by Jared's. He walked by Jared's and he walked right into Claire's. I was like, ain't no way that man spent $1,000, not even $700 on that ring. When he opened it, I was like, is this spray painted platinum? What is going on? That is not $1,000 ring. Not in no Vegas, guys. Now, if he bought this ring in LA, maybe, get on me, because LA is a bit expensive. Vegas is not. Vegas is not expensive, especially in a place, in an area where people do quickie weddings. You can find something good and nice for under $1,000. Not $20,000, not $20, because that's what it looked like he spent with the taxes. Maybe he got a little something extra for her. Maybe he got her a bedazzled phone case and some glitter lipstick from Claire's. But ain't no way that ring is $1,000, even close. Not 700, not even 100. That ring gives me a good $6.99. You know what? I'm gonna take it back. He probably went to Walmart and spent $12. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But I feel like the rest of that money, Maurice is doing his own thing. Maurice is doing his own thing, because I saw when he opened up that ring box. I'm telling you guys, I was watching. I was just like, oh my goodness, Maurice, let this ring look like you really spent some money on it. And then he opened the ring box, and I was like, ugh. Oh, Jessica, you about to give him a child, and you gonna be crying in your daddy's arms. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But just how he acts, the way he speaks, I'm like, you're garnering sympathy. Like, you are looking for sympathy from people around you. And you also have to realize, all he do is rob. That's all he knows. Like, he hasn't had a job. His job is robbing. Thieves are very conniving. You know what I mean? Scammers are very conniving. And I just think that this dude is scamming. I think he's scamming. I think we're going to find out maybe later in the season or the next season when they come on that, he did something with their money, because no way was that ring $1,000. I can't wait for the dad to see it. I cannot wait for the dad to see it, because he going to know. He going to know that, Maurice probably spent, $980 on his damn self. $990 on his damn self. That's what it's giving me. That's what I'm telling you guys, he blows his cover every time he puts on this buck-week act. It's, oh my goodness. Wow, you got a house? Wow, you got water? Man, I ain't never grow up with water. I've never seen clean water. Wow, this the most money I ever had I held in my hand. It's so heavy. $1,000? A whole $1,000? You rob people. You ain't never held $1,000. Stop it. Stop it. And I feel like he's doing it to a family who is not used to people like this. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a Black person, we see it right away. You know what I mean? But it's very obvious that Jessica's family doesn't really have, close relations with Black people. So they don't really see the scam. But I see it. Oh, look at this wedding chapel. My mama gonna be over here like, go ahead, boy. Go ahead, boy. And my auntie gonna be over here like, go ahead, boy. Listen, there are Black people like that. Not Maurice. Not Maurice. He is scamming poverty, and he is acting like he don't know nothing. He ain't never had nothing. And this fam, Jessica, has changed his life. So he's going to be so loyal to her because she's giving him something he's never had. I'm sorry. You a gangbanger who gets his money by robbing people in Los freaking Angeles. Who you playing, bro? Not me. Not me. You've seen money. You got money. You spent $1,000 in 10 minutes when you was robbing, okay? When you was probably slinging some crack. Stop it, Maurice. I don't like it. Let me take a minute from Maurice and his Plantation Act, and let me thank Angie Brooks. Angie Brooks just gave the girl a super chat. She said, just finished my Revelation Now Facebook party. You are witty, insightful, and so funny. It's the Sabbath, so gotta go, but I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you, Angie. Oh, she stopped by on the Sabbath to say hi to your girl. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. But that's my issue with Maurice, guys. That is my issue. I'm like, you are playing these people. And I feel bad. I feel bad because it's very obvious that Jessica has some issues, right? That something's going on. I don't know if it's addiction. I don't know if she has a feeble mind. There's something there. And he found a good con. That's how I feel. Maurice, I hope I'm wrong. I hope you fall in love with your con like they do in the movies. And, you know, at the end, it's just like, oh, well, I originally wanted to take advantage of you, but I fell in love with you. Hopefully it's something like that. But right now, I'm getting that he's conning. This whole act. When he did the whole thing with $1,000, I ain't never held $1,000. You a gangbanger and you ain't never held $1,000 in your hand. Who you playing? Who are you playing? Not me, Maurice. No. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, you know who I want to hear from? I want to hear from Maurice's family, because I just do not believe that this family is so poor, collectively is so poor and desolate, don't uneducated, don't come from nothing. They ain't never seen $1,000. They don't have no money. They eat, broken up old cell Ritz crackers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I am from Philadelphia. What is working class in LA is middle class in Philadelphia. You have to have some kind of coin to live out there. Maurice, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And Jessica, I hope I'm wrong for your sake and that baby's sake. I really really do. Like, no shade. I wanted to work out, but this dude, I don't trust him. So now that we're done with Maurice, the Buckwheat Act, let's start to cry. Kristianna and John. Guys, I had a little moment. I had a little moment watching this episode, especially when Kristianna came home. She walked through the door. You could see that she was so embarrassed. She didn't even, like, she said hi to them and she ran to the bathroom because she didn't want her mother to see her like that. She cleaned up or whatever, and then she called for her sister. And I could hear in her voice that it was like the way she called for her sister, you could tell that she was near tears. And before her sister could close the door, they were weeping. There was so much pain coming out of the both of them. I lost it because y'all know, what I deal with in my family. And listen, I've been there. I've had the conversations, with my father. It was just very painful. It was painful to watch this entire scene because Kristianna is not a bad person. She's sick. She's an addict, and she has some traumas and triggers, and she has a lot of things going on with her internally and mentally, and she deals with them because, listen, when you come from nothing, when you're poor in America, you don't have insurance. You can't get a therapist. You don't have the things that you need because you don't have the finances to get yourself well. Those things are not allotted to you. That's why you only see liquor stores in low-income communities. You're not going to see a liquor store in Beverly Hills. Absolutely not. You're not going to see a liquor store in Baldwin Hills. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't, those things don't exist before, low-income communities. That's our medicine. We can, we don't got insurance, can't go to the doctor, can't say, well, something's going on with my mind. Something happened to me when I was really young. I'm hurting myself. I need help. Can't go to rehab. Like, it's just, those things are just not allotted to us, in those communities. So you see somebody who was sick, you see somebody who was suffering, and she has no help. When our sister said, I'm tired of seeing my best friend. Oh, I'm tired of seeing my best friend go back and forth to prison. And then Kristianna said to her, that's the only way I can stay well. Guys, like, I make jokes and we crack jokes about this show, but that's the real, like, this is the real representation of the majority of the people who are in prison. There's some people who need to be in there. Okay, there's some lifers who need to be doing that. But a lot of it is just poor people who are sick, poor people who do not have the access to get the help that they need to not go down this road. So I listen. Kristianna is my Britney this season, and I want the best for her because she wants it, but she got a problem. She got a problem, and she's just in so much pain. That bathroom scene with her and her sister. Woo! If you listen, I'm not gonna say if you didn't cry, something wrong with you. I'm just saying for me, it was like I was travailing. Like I was like, oh my! It was so sad. It was so heartbreaking. And then her mom, who was sick herself, she can't really get up. She's sitting there crying because she's hearing both of her daughters, who are freaking addicts, breaking down in the bathroom, and she can't do anything. Just sad. I will say that I am seeing John in a different light. I still don't think he's a good partner for Kristianna, but in the face of adversity, I love how he's just stepping up. I really, really do. You can tell that he cares for her. You can tell that he really cares for her family, and he's doing the best he can. You can tell that he's going through a lot because he himself is a felon, and he can't harbor somebody who is on the run because he can go back to prison. So he's dealing with a lot emotionally. He was so upset he threw a sled. I don't know why he had a sled on his porch. But listen, obviously it didn't mean a lot to him because he threw it because he was angry. And I feel bad for this whole family. I just feel bad for all of them. And then he put her to bed because she just had, Kristianna just been through so much. He put her to bed in the basement though. Like I was just like, your wife can't sleep in your room. Why you got your wife in the basement? What's going on with John's housing? There's so many things going on with this man's housing that we just don't talk about. We don't talk about that big freaking chain that's like, caddy corner wrapped around his fridge. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about why he put his wife in the basement and who in the hell was drinking all them beers in the basement. Is this somebody's room as well? Are there other people that live there? Why are there so many empty beer cans in the basement? Why is your wife in the basement? Why do you have a sled on your front porch? Why is there a chain around your fridge? We don't talk about it, but we need to. Because I got questions about this man's housing. Oh gosh, is she going to be paroled to his place because of COVID? Kristianna, tell this show to put you up in a hotel. Girl, you need it. You need a break from everything. You need a break from everybody. And she got to get out of Butte, right? That's where they're at, Butte County or whatever it is, because the mother just keeps on saying, nothing good comes from this place. Nothing good happens here. Again, I don't know where that place is, but I don't ever want to go. She making it seem like it's the heroin Bermuda Triangle. You know what I mean? Like what? I don't know what's going on in Butte. If you living in Butte, baby, get out. Because obviously it's some principality, some demons up in that place. She's just like, Butte, there's nothing good in Butte. All of Butte is that bad? Child, get out. Get out. But yeah, rooting for you, Kristianna. Seriously. Really, really rooting for you, girl. Oh God, she wants it. She wants to be well, but she got issues. She keep on saying triggers. So something happened to Kristianna. Something happened to that sister. I don't want to say it, but a lot of times, you know what I mean? The mothers be inviting these men into their homes that are harming their child, and they're looking the other way because they don't have no money, and the man is bringing in something to take care of the kids. I hope it's not that situation. I hope it's not, but that happens in a lot of poor communities, especially when the mom ain't working. He don't have to harm the kids, but there's always like some abusive partner from when these, women were young that comes in and there's issues with the mom because nothing was done. I hope that's not it. I really, really do. But Kristianna is going through some things. Her and her sister are going through some things. And I hope that, you know, if we see them again, that there's a victory in their story. I really, really do. Because when that woman said prison is the only place that keeps me well, how much hell are you going through in your life where prison is the best place for you, you think? Child. Anyway, Chevelle and Quaylon. So Quaylon got a one-way ticket back home to Houston. Chevelle is upset about that because she doesn't think that that he's coming back. Girl, you think? Like, your man got a one-way ticket. He's not coming back. And I think that Chevelle is starting to realize that. I think she's starting to realize that Quaylon hasn't been happy for a while. And when he's telling her that he's coming back, that, you know, he loves her and he wants to be with her, she realizes that this man is gaslighting her, right? Because if somebody is professing their love to you and saying that they want to be with you and they don't want to leave you, why you got a one-way ticket when there was an option to get a round trip? So homegirl know that he may not or ain't coming back. Like, she gets it. She gets it, right? And so Quaylon is just trying to, you know, is telling her what she wants to hear to keep her calm. But as soon as he gets to Texas, his mother, pause, okay? Quaylon's mother, I don't know if this is still the Qualandria wig that she just cut up, you know, and gave herself a nice little Frederick Douglass cut. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe it's a different wig. But mama got a whole new look. A whole new look. I said, oh, hold on. Mother, you better work. But before, you know, we move on, let's recognize the appreciation in the chat. Bonnie Harmon just gave your girl a super chat. She said, hey, Nikki, I love your lives and energy. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I love that you're always here on my lives, supporting me on this channel. It's because of you, Bonnie, and everybody who subscribes to me and shares my work. It's because of you guys that I'm at this point over 10,000 subscribers. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you so much, Bonnie, for your support, your continued support. Thank you for the super chat, sis. Now let's get back to Quaylon's mama in this Frederick Douglass wig. So she got a whole new look. Her baby is home, and she knows that he's going to stay. I don't think the mom or the sister have to do, or the sisters, the messy sisters. Chevelle. That's why, you know, yeah, I always say this, right? I get along with everybody. You know what I mean? I get along with women very well. I get along with men very well. But I'm going to say this. A man that got sisters that I'm dating, I know that's going to be some work. Sisters are so overprotective. Sisters are worse than brothers. They are so overprotective over their brothers, younger or older. They're just like, you were not getting him. And the reason why I know that is because I'm like that with my little brother. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool, calm, and collected. Yeah, hope you're not watching. I'm cool, calm, and collected, talking to him about his girl. You know what I mean? But baby, just know I'm researching. I'm doing what needs to be done. What's she like in 2017? You know what I mean? Like, I can't help it. I'm a big sister. I don't know why I'm like that, but it's just like, sisters don't play with their brothers. So listen, if I happen to fall in love with a man that got sisters, just know that man treats me good. Okay? Just know that he's doing what needs to be done, that I decided to deal with his mama and his sisters. Child. Anyway, so his mom and his sisters are doing what they have to do to, you know, keep him there in Texas with them, Houston. And they're, you know, the mother is taking him to, you know, interview for a job. The sister is saying, well, I got some friends that I could hook you up with. And I was just like, what kind of friends you got? Because no shade, but you're not fixing me up with your brother that just got out of prison. You don't know no good suitable partner for me that's free, that's not a felon, you know what I mean, that's not gang banging. Is there no other men in your life that you know that you think are good for me? I will feel some sort of way. I will feel some, and y'all know I ain't got nothing against no felons. Hello. Hey, Dad. You know what I mean? So I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, you can't fix me up with nobody that's not a felon. Like, this is, because the sister was just like, I got a lot of girls for you to meet. I want to see the reaction of her friends watching this scene. Because I would be like, you were talking about me? Like, excuse me. Okay. Can we start with somebody who hasn't been robbing people all of his life? Okay. Can we start with somebody who's not in a gang? Damn, is this where you're going for me right away? He just got out of prison and you think that I'm a suitable partner? Let's chat and let's reevaluate this friendship. Also, let's get into Frederica Douglass. This hair. I was like, Mama, this is a choice. She said, I'm gonna look like my ancestor today. So she takes Quaylon to the barbershop. Quaylon, you too old. You too old for this, right? And I say this as an artist myself, as somebody who is still chasing their dreams. You got to get a job, right? His whole thing is, well, so he goes to the interview. He goes to interview with the guy at the barbershop about, possibly getting a job there. In the interview, he tells the man that this is not something that he wants to do, that his mom is making him do this because she wants him to stay in Houston, but he got a situation in Kansas. All this stuff that is unnecessary. Quaylon, you need a job. You need a job. I don't want to work at no barbershop. I mean, I want to cut hair on the side, but what I really want to do is pursue my music. Sir, you need a job, okay? Listen, I want to be on all kinds of TV sets and, film sets. I want to be at the award shows. I want to be living my best Viola Davis life. Until that happens, I get myself some jobs. I've just been able to stop working my receptionist job that I was working last year, this year. And baby, I was still on TV shows. I was guest starring on all kinds of TV shows, and I was still showing up to that job at 8 a.m. at my little receptionist desk with my little mug, you know what I mean? Setting up, opening up, sending out letters, faxing, emailing stuff, all kinds of stuff. And they would come up to my desk. Were you on Fresh Off the Boat? And I'd be like, no, not me. Excuse me, I have to take this call. Hello. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. You need a job until that rap career, because I know it's rap. Okay. He's not trying to be a jazz artist. Okay. Until your rap career takes off, you need a job, bro. Why are you telling this man all of this? Like, he just made himself a terrible candidate for the position. And I don't even think he knew that. I'm like, why are you volunteering this information to this man that could possibly put some money in your broke pockets? Also, listen, throw tomatoes if you must. I feel like Atlanta is rubbing off on me. The South in general. Like, never in my life have I been attracted to this many Southern men. Throw your tomatoes. I don't care. But the dude that was interviewing him at the barbershop, he was kind of cute. With them jewelry teeth and all. I was like, oh. Listen, I was watching the scene, right? And I was just like, and I had to catch myself like, Nikki, why is this attractive to you? 3 weeks in Atlanta and I done lost my damn mind. But they look cute. I thought it was cute. I love the hair. The way he walked out of the barbershop, I was like, I was going. And then the way he was talking, I was like, oh, this is nice. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. When I moved to Atlanta, guys, who am I going to end up with? You know what? If I end up with somebody that you guys would never think, I'm not going to post him until, our 2-year wedding anniversary. Because I just don't know what kind of man I'm going to get, my God, today. I thought that man was so hot. What is going on with me? What is going on with me? Whew. Anyway, what was I talking about? So Quaylon, I done lost my train of thought. Quaylon is lying about his hair. He's lying about his hair. Quaylon, ain't no way you were doing your own hair in prison. Here is how I know, right? We have several scenes and several confessionals of Quaylon's hair looking musty and dusty. And the only time we've ever seen him get his hair done is when that lady, the sister was retwisting his locks or whatever. Beautiful hair. He has gorgeous hair. But he wasn't doing it. Yeah, I use 2-in-1 conditioner. Quayline, no, you were not doing your hair in prison. You mean to tell me the way them locks was looking just beautiful and neat and nice? You mean to tell me that you with your own hands can do that, but yet you showed up to your confessional looking, the hair was just a mess, but you're able to twist it like we have seen it several times when you were in prison, but you decided to show up to TV to film a show looking like that, right? The second reason why I know this man is lying about him doing his own hair in prison, his hair started to look terrible once he got out of prison. When he was in prison, nice. Now he probably, did his own hairline, but we all know who was twisting that man's locks in prison, okay? Hollywood Montrose from Mannequin was twisting that man's hair in prison. Quayline, stop lying. Stop lying. Stop. You were not doing that hair. What you need to do is put whoever was doing your hair on, because they did a great job. His hair looked amazing in prison. They knew what the hell they were doing. Made me want to get some locks. Quayline and Lauryn Hill are the only people who ever made me think about getting locks. Listen, Lauryn Hill, I wanted to lock my hair so bad. But my mom had a hair salon at that time, and she was, that was back when we were, as Black women, way deep into the perming. So my mom was like, oh, hell no. Will she let me get them now? Not let me, but will she have a problem? Probably. What's she going to do? Nothing. Cuss me out until I get annoyed and take the locks out. But yeah, his hair looked great. His hair looked great in prison. In prison. Share the wealth. Let us know who was doing your hair so we can, probably do a bid to get a nice little locking going. Anyway, so that's all I want to talk about with Quayline, also Quayline, also known as Quaylin and Shovel. Poor thing. Poor thing. She's gonna get her heart broken this season. Cause guys, let's be real. Does Quayline love her? Yes. Is he in love with her? Absolutely not. I think he loves the fact that she held him down when he was in prison. He loves how she loves him, but he is not in love with her. Does he like her as a person? Absolutely, because she's a very sweet person and she takes care of him very well. Does he is he attracted to her? Absolutely not. Quayline is not attracted to Chevelle, ladies. We all know when a man is attracted to us and how he acts, or anybody is attracted to us and how they act. He has never since we've seen this man showed any kind of affection or made any kind of gesture or move on Chevelle that would show us that he was interested in her sexually, physically. I don't think he's attracted to her. I don't think he's attracted to her. Like his mother said, he feels obligated to be with her because of what she did for him. But I think that Chevelle knows and his mama know that the longer he's away from her, that obligation that he feels for Chevelle will start to leave him, because he doesn't like her enough to be her husband or her daughter's stepdaddy. He just doesn't. That was the game that he was running when he was in prison, and now that he's out, he wants to live his life. He wants to leave that life aside, leave that life alone, like Shonda did, like Shonda did. You know what I mean? The game was a game when she was in prison, right? She had to do what she had to do, talk to 8, 10, 12, or whatever men to survive. Now that she's out, she don't want to do that. Same thing goes for Quayline. Before we move on to Sean and Destiny, a mess, let's thank Violetta. Thank you, sis. Violetta just gave your girl a super chat. She said, Nikki, I have to super chat that Hollywood Montrose reference. You make me laugh. Listen, Hollywood Montrose is one of my greatest inspirations. Hollywood Montrose raised me. Hollywood Montrose, doesn't it just sing? Love him. That was, what was his name? Meshach Taylor, one of his best roles. One of his best roles. Thank you, Violetta. Let's move on to Destiny and Sean. I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised that Destiny is facing 7 years. Like I told you, prisons are full of, low income people who are either sick or have done a petty crime. Not too long ago on the news, this man was just released from prison after doing 60 years for stealing his first and only offense, stealing a pack of bread from the market. But he couldn't pay to get out of prison, so he stayed there until I forget what they're called. I got what are they called? I gotta donate some money to them too. I was doing real good when I had my little 9 to 5 job. Plus, I was doing acting jobs. I had a nice little coin, so I was donating to a lot of places. What prison reform? It's something. But they were able to get him out. So it's people like him, it's people like Destiny who can't afford it because Destiny went up to the judge with a whole public defender. There is nothing wrong with public defenders. They do great work. They are not giving the time to do the work that needs to be done to really help somebody who is in need of defense. That is the only issue with public defenders. They are given a case sometimes 10 to 15 minutes right before they're supposed to go in before a judge and try to get this person off. You know what I mean? So she is, facing all of this time and she's in there with the public defender because that's what she can afford. My thing is, if you're scamming Sean for all this money, mama, scam him for a good lawyer. That's what you need to do. He gave you the $50,000. He is in love. Oh, he did the $50,000 bond thing or whatever for you. He loves you. You've had him. You've been having him send you money for years, even though he has a whole tribe of children he needs to take care of. He's taking money out of their mouth to feed and take care of you. You got him, girl. Get him for a lawyer. You can't keep on going up before the judge with a freaking public defender. When she said that, I was just like, oh, she's going to come out with something. I knew Destiny was just not walking out of there. Not when Destiny has doesn't she have 85 arrests or charge of 85 felonies? Like there was no way that girl was walking out of there without nothing. There was no way. I don't know why she thought that. I'm like, you think you're just going to keep on getting off? Girl, you never get off. You go to prison and then you get out and you do something else while you're on probation. So I knew that this was going to happen to her. But my thing is, you got Sean's money now. Even if you don't have it, he will get it. Get that money from him or scam him, do whatever you got to do, sis, and get a good lawyer so those charges could be dropped. Because what the DA is going to do is do his best to get you back in prison because prisoners are quick and easy money for the system. Period. They're doing free labor and work. They're also getting a bunch of tax money funneled into this prison from the citizens of that city and state. So it's like, girl, you're a prime property for a prison, especially a for-profit prison. They love people like you because you're sick. You have an addiction. You have an issue. They love people like you because they know you'll keep on coming back and they will keep on getting tax credits and all kinds of things for your body. Why would you go in here with a public defender? I was so disappointed. But Destiny is young, sad to say, young, dumb, and poor. She don't know no better. But girl, if you know how to scam for the right things. You're scamming for purses and, drinks. You better scam for a lawyer so your behind can stay out of prison because you have a great opportunity here with a whole TV show. You can make a nice coin. But unfortunately, she went in there with a public defender. And unfortunately, she is with somebody who has no damn sense. Sean, this woman is facing up to 7 years in prison. She's not in the mood for all of this. The whole time I'm screaming at my TV, leave her alone. Let the girl breathe. Let her get out whatever she has to get out. Sometimes when people are frustrated, they just need to vent. They don't need you after every sentence to come in and say, well, it's not so bad. Look at it on the bright side. I just got told that I may be incarcerated again for 7 years. Right now, it ain't no freaking bright side. After I cry, sleep on it for a bit, have a little time to myself, then we can have this conversation. But right now, after I just left the judge, right now, I don't need to have this conversation. And Sean can't take any kind of context clues. He keeps on, trying to talk to her. She's like, dude, chill. Not right now, Jude. Like he doesn't get it. Even when they're driving in the car, she's like, dude, shut up and look at the road. Like she doesn't feel like him. And he doesn't get it, right? So then he decides, I'm gonna take you on this walk. Destiny is just like, I just got told I might be in prison. I might go back to prison for 7 years. I don't want to walk by a river. I don't want to do it. Dude, I don't want to walk by a river right now. But he takes her and they walk by a river. She is complaining the whole time and she hates it. Sean, still not reading this woman, decides that this is the perfect time. The perfect time to propose to her. This is why she's scamming you. You a whole fool. A whole fool. Like, what? How do you not understand that this was not the right time to propose to this woman? But it does seem like she may say yes, because what else is she gonna do? You know what I mean? She's in a destitute situation. You know what I mean? And this man takes care of her. So she probably gonna say yes. It is what it is. Poor thing. And you know what? Listen, I'm not saying that just because Destiny is poor that she should get off easy, right? I'm saying that the justice system preys on people like Destiny because she's poor and she's sick and she has issues. Right? Is Destiny reckless? Absolutely. Should Destiny do the times for her crimes? Yeah. If there were like if there was damage and violence involved, I just feel like for non-violent offenses, you don't need to go to prison. I don't that's just me, right? But I do think there should be some punishment if a crime is committed. But my issue with the American justice system is that we're very hard on poor, sick people. You know what I mean? Very lenient on big pharma. Like like these big pharmaceutical companies who create these drugs that they know are addictive and put them out there for people to get addicted. They serve no time. They may pay a fine, but they serve no time. But you're gonna put somebody like Destiny, clearly grew up on public assistance, so you know she ain't got no money to get out of prison. So you know she gonna sit there and rot while y'all make money off of her on that end as well. It's just unfair. And, listen, life ain't fair, but I gotta call it like I see it. I feel sorry for the girl. I feel sorry for her because unless she's able to get a good lawyer, unless this show is able to back her in some kind of way, she gonna do 7 years in prison. She gonna spend basically all of her 30s in prison, like she has spent all of her 20s in prison. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I hope things work out for her. I really, really do. Dylan and Heather. Let's get into it. Poor Dylan. Poor Dylan. The man is in prison. Like he got out of a really good situation in prison and walked into hell with Heather. She's not well. And I'm not saying, I think it's really easy to say that she's just a bad person, right? I think something is wrong with Heather. Like, I think that something is going on. I think there's a trauma that she's dealing with, like from what she probably revealed, the issues that she had with her family because of what happened to her when they sent her away. That could be one. There could also be another, but something is going on with this woman. So the way she is reacting to the smallest situations is not normal. It's not normal. So poor Dylan, he has to go and get his ID. And I think he's had a social security card. So you guys can answer this for me after I finish up the review because I'm about to wrap it up with Dylan and Heather. Did he have to renew his ID because he was in prison? Or when you go to prison, do you have to get a whole new ID when you commit a crime like Dylan? I wasn't quite clear on what it was. He never said that his license was expired, and then he meant then he said his social security card. So I'm like, do they take your whole identity away when you go to prison? Like, what is that? So anyway, he has to go get his ID. He has to take a driving test. So they leave and they get there late because Heather is spending all of this time, doing her hair, which is like she is a cutaway from having a freaking fade. Like she has a pin in her hair. Her bang don't even reach to like the top of her forehead. Like the bang this is Heather's hairline. The bang is like right here. So she's in the bathroom. I just have to lay this down with a little pen. Just one more lay. Girl, you got no hair. Why is it taking this long? And then she's putting all this hot topic makeup. Why are you dressed like the bride of freaking Dracula at 9 a.m.? Why are you looking like this whole nighttime out attire and makeup to go to the freaking DMV at not what 10 a.m.? Why is this a choice? Why are you doing a smoky eye, Heather? Like, anyway, so she spends all this time doing this look. And because of that, you have to get there at a certain time. So they get there in enough time to take the driver test, but not enough time to get in the line to sign up to take the test. Because there's always a line at the DMV, right? So he didn't get there early enough to sign up. So because of that, he has to come back another day. And Dylan, I feel like he's trying to be a model prisoner. You know what I mean? Like he gives me, I don't want to go back. So I feel like he's trying to do everything that he can do to go on the straight and narrow, but he's with someone who is extremely toxic. So Dylan is annoyed. Why wouldn't he be? Why he was late waiting for Heather because he cannot drive. So he's annoyed, but he's playing it off in such a good way. Like his thing is, I want to let this go because I know who I'm dealing with. So he jokingly says when they're in their interview that he missed his driver test because somebody was doing their makeup. Was it a dig? Absolutely. Did it warrant Heather's reaction? Absolutely not. Because as soon as he says that, we were late because somebody was doing their makeup. Heather, really? Really, Dylan? Really? What the hell is wrong with you? Like, why are you that upset? No, I want to leave. I'm not doing this, Dylan. Like, I don't understand. I do not understand why that was her reaction. You could have been like, okay, really, Dylan, but I'm going to leave. And this is how I know that Heather, no shade, sis, it's unhinged because the producer, who has not even been around Heather for really long, because like somebody just said, Dylan said that their relationship lasted 7 days. So it has not been a long time. But this producer has been around Heather long enough to know that she will snap at the drop of a dime. So you hear the producer talking to her in a very light tone before she even gets to the berserk part of her personality. He's like, no, it's okay. So let's not say that. Let's just move on from that so we can finish this. No, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to do it. No, okay. No, sorry. Let's just finish this interview because this is what they have to do. They got to finish this interview so they can wrap up their day. But because Heather will cooperate, it's making the filming longer, pushing things back. It's a very stressful job to be a producer. So Heather is in her, oh, I'm not doing anything. I want to leave. So she gets in the car. Dylan still trying to finish his interview because, he doesn't want to be a terrible person like Heather. Heather is in the car. Dylan! Dylan! Get in the car! Dylan! He is in an abusive relationship. Can we just tell the truth and shame the devil? Dylan is in an abusive relationship. And if the roles were reversed, if Dylan was a woman and Heather was a man, this couple would have never made it to TV. Because Heather is extremely abusive to this man. Like when she was banging on her car, first of all, it looks like her car is beat up and raggedy, not because, she's dirty and she don't keep it. That could be it as well. But I feel like Heather snaps out a lot in her car. Like I feel like she has a lot of road rage. So she beats that car up a lot when she's driving because the way she was hitting, I don't know what that is, but that thing in the center between the driver's seat and the passenger seat, the way she was hitting it, it was lifting because it was already broken. So that's something that she does a lot. So the dude gets in the car and she's still banging it and screaming at him. Then she starts driving erratically, driving down the street in the wrong, driving the wrong way down the street. Dylan is screaming for his life. She's taking out, the camera. I'm not doing this. Take off your mic or get out of my car. You have a problem, mama. You have a problem. And I'm just like, I can't believe I feel bad for the felon, the one that committed all these freaking crimes. I feel bad for him that he's in this situation. I'm like, listen, Dylan, there's a possibility that you can stay there at Aunt Diane's without Heather. I feel like Dylan can tell Aunt Diane that he don't want Heather to stay there, and Aunt Diane will put Heather out. Listen, um, for the both of their sakes, for the life, of Aunt Diane and Dylan, I think it may be safe, safe for all of them if she puts out Heather. Heather is not well. Something is going on with that woman. She is extremely violent. Extremely. First of all, remember the way she rolled up on Aunt Diane. I'm like, what you gonna do to this woman? You gonna beat this 90-something woman, 90-year-old woman up? And then how she was talking to Dylan, I'm like, I hope you different with them children, because girl, you are unhinged. It was nothing that happened in that scene warranted that reaction. She's very abusive to everybody in her life. I think she walks around with a lot of anger because of what happened to her. That doesn't justify it though, girl. What happened to you was very unfortunate, painful, wrong. You should have been protected. However, you are a grown person with children. You have to seek help. You have to realize that you have a problem, and you have to get the help that you need, because not every man that you're going to be in a relationship with is a Dylan. And I'm going to just leave it right there, because baby, you can't do that to a lot of men and be safe and be okay. You know what I mean? Not everybody in your family or in your life is an Aunt Diane. Like, you can cuss Aunt Diane out, treat her like crap, roll up on her like you're gonna beat her up, and she's still gonna look out for you. Not everybody in your life is gonna be like that. So before you burn everything down, burn every bridge, lose your kids, get beat up, before any of that happens, mama, get some help. You have got to get some help, Heather. She was just unhinged. Poor Dylan. Poor Dylan. And before we wrap this up, I would like to acknowledge a gullible girl. A gullible girl just gave your girl a super chat. A gullible girl said, your Heather and producer impression. The producers barely step in when people are physically fighting. So they know she cray. Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, sis. And you are absolutely right. That producer he cannot have been with Heather for more than 3 days, but he already knew what he was dealing with. So he was so calm, like overly polite, because he knew he was dealing with a bomb. That woman is something is up. Something is up. And if you were here just to watch the review and not get into the chit chatter, here is your sign that the review is done. Now we're going to get into the chit chatter. Let's talk. Where you at? Where you at? Crystal said the Plantation Act. Y'all know Maurice is scamming, guys. Y'all know he's scamming. Yep. Bonnie Harmon said, Dylan said that they're either going to die or go to jail. He's screaming, I'm on parole. Poor guy. Poor guy. He did look scared. The way that girl was driving, guys, like, something happens. Like, if you watch Heather's face, when she gets angry, like, something is going on in here. I hope she gets the help she needs, because that's not normal. That is not normal. And I'm like, Dylan, well, you know what? They didn't date for a very long time before he went to prison. So he was never around her long enough to see this. Because he said, he was like, now that I'm out of prison, I'm seeing a whole different side of Heather. Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. I hope he gets with somebody who is, well mentally. Because Heather, girl, I was thinking about them kids. I was just like, Lord, don't let them kids annoy you too much. What you doing to them children? Like, don't ride by McDonald's and them kids start acting up because they want McDonald's. No McDonald's for you! And the kids in the car seat. Ah! Like, she is not okay. She is not okay. Dylan would definitely be safer at a halfway house. So would Aunt Diane. Oh my goodness. Oh, Silverly said that Heather is mentally unstable. Facts are facts. She said, so glad that he finally filed a restraining order against her. So Dylan filed the restraining order against Heather. I hope it keeps you safe, bro. Yes, Bonnie, I was terrified for Dylan as well. Thank you, Tiffany. Black Lavender, she was so ready. The way she stood up to that woman, I'm like, what are you going to do to this lady? And she was only in that house with Aunt Diane, not even 10 minutes. And Aunt Diane was already screaming and banging and breathing hard. Heather is not healthy for anybody in her life right now, especially Aunt Diane. I was like, oh my goodness. She's like, I can't stand you. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to kill Aunt Diane. You're going to kill it. You're going to send her to the Lord before it's her time. She's close, but it's not yet. Oh my gosh. Before we move on, thank you. Janice W. sent your girl a super chat. Thank you, sis. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. I totally appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Oh, Shanty Sam said he has 2 orders of protection against her. Heather. This is why I'm so disappointed in Heather, because the way she made it seem like Dylan was treating her on her Instagram, to see how she's acting on the show, listen, yes, producers and editors can manipulate the show to look like whatever they want. However, they can only show what you give them. Heather, that producer was trying to calm you down, not rile you up. It doesn't take much, girl. It doesn't take much. I hope you watched this season and was just like, okay, I gotta get some help. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody got to get a little, help some kind of way, or sometime in their life. You can't possibly walk on this earth and be okay all of the time. So no judgment, sis. Nobody is saying that you're a bad person because you have some issues, but you have to recognize that you have some issues, and you have to recognize that you are doing bad things to people because of your issues. So girl, get the help you need, please, because you are looking like an abuser on this show. Selena, what Selena says, what happened to Heather? So Selena, when we first were introduced to Heather, she talked about how she was sort of a wild child, and her parents sent her to a boot camp for like disciplinary, to discipline her. You know what I mean? A lot of, I won't say trouble, but kids who are a little, kids who parents can't control them, send them to this, like back in the day, Jenny Jones and all that stuff, when they would do that to like kids who are a little wild or that the parents couldn't handle. She was sent to a boot camp for that, to be disciplined, and she was actually raped by one of the sergeants, I guess, there. I don't know what their names are, but one of the people there, one of the drill sergeants, raped her. And it seems like she didn't get any help for it, but she was really hurt. And she said she really hurt and angry at her family for putting her in that situation. So I think that's where a lot of her like outbursts come from, because she's just very angry about that, about what happened to her. And again, what happened to her was horrible. She has every right to be angry. She has every right to be mad at her family. She has every right to be mad at the drill sergeant. Every right. But she's not handling it well. So there's something going on with her. And I just, she needs help. Heather needs help. She really, really does. This isn't normal behavior. You know what I mean? Something is going on with her. And Selena says also, where are her children? Well, the word on the street is that Heather's children are not able to film on the show because the father did not sign off for them to appear on TV. Good. Good. To be quite honest with you, I don't want to see Heather interact with her children because I'm afraid. I don't know what we're going to see. And I feel like for her sake, it's probably better for her because if we see her, if it's filmed, her treating her children the way she treats Dylan and Aunt Diane, she could probably lose her children for good. So for your sake, Mama, I don't know if it's for the sake of the children, but if the dad is watching, no shade. I would get full custody. I would get full custody. No shade. No shade. Just saying, if that was my baby father on TV acting like that, I would be in the courts. Episode 1, I'll be in the courts. Now, Marianne, she didn't physically attack Aunt Diane, but she was verbally abusive to her. And so she was so terrible to Aunt Diane that she reacted. Aunt Diane reacted in a way to defend herself and, started to have breathing issues. Gina Maxey said, in real life, we know that Dylan has a restraining order against her. Poor guy. Poor guy. I feel so bad for him. I'm like, ooh, there has to be somewhere else that you can stay. Model Genius said, Heather said reality TV isn't real and they edited her wrong, but I don't think they can edit all that. Model Genius, you're absolutely right. And Heather's absolutely right. Reality TV is not real. There's a lot, they're able to call it reality TV because real moments happen while they're filming. But a lot of it is storyline, a lot of it is edited. As somebody who knows how that world works, looking at Heather, you are not edited. This is what you gave them, especially when they left in the part of the producer trying to calm you down so they could film. This is what you gave them. This is what they put on the show. And I guarantee you they didn't show the worst of you, Heather. Probably because they want you to come back because you're good TV. You know what I mean? Hold on. My little sister is she's letting me know that she's leaving to go on vacation, and she just let me know that she's at her gate. Safe travels, boo boo. Love you. Well, you know what? Let me just tell her. I'm telling you guys. Safe travels, Lauren. Love you. Call me when you land. Bye. Yeah. She's an adult, but she's still my baby. Anyway, Marianne says to Ryan Rounds, I believe it was Dylan not speaking on it. Maybe he's not allowed to speak on it right now, but I'm sure if Heather's leg was bleeding like it was partially, like that, it was partially her fault, if not all. Wait a minute, what did Ryan Rounds say? They got into a fight? Did Heather and Dylan get into a fight? Crystal W said on Sherelle's World last week, he said she would even get into arguments with officers when she visited him in prison. Dylan. So how did you not know that this woman was problematic? I think Dylan, now hold on. I think that Dylan knew that she was problematic, but probably at this time had to let him know that they're on a show. So he probably decided to stick it out. Because he seems to really love the cameras or the fame coming from the show, especially on his Instagram. He loves every bit of it. So, did you know that she was going to be a problem when you got out and still decided to pursue the relationship because you knew that she had a TV show with her? Sherelle be having all the tea. I love her channel. Leo Lyon said, I don't see how Heather still has a license to drive. Come on. Because she definitely has some bad road rage. Dylan should have rode with producers. I said the same thing. Leo. I was like, Dylan, get out of that car and ride with the producers. From the moment that she was banging on that car, I would never get into a car with somebody like that, especially if they're the driver. I would have been like, I'm not going with that girl. But I think because he's paroled to Aunt Diane's place and his connection to Aunt Diane is Heather, I think he just wants to appease her and not get into any problems with her because he's paroled to to Aunt Diane's home. But I think Aunt Diane will let him stay without Heather. Oh my gosh. Model Genius said he said that she picked a fight with the guard the week he was supposed to get out. Ciao. Oh, really? Then I have to watch that interview because Marianne said that Dylan looked so fine on Cheryl's World live on her live. Well, well, well. Poor guy. He's beautiful. But Dylan to me was hotter before, the drugs. You can see where it took a little, stuff that he was doing took a little toll on him. He's still very attractive though. Oh my gosh. Heather. Oh, Aaliyah says she don't think that Heather has custody of her kids. Listen, I can believe that. I hope she gets well because listen, the um the the way she interacts with her kids on Instagram, they seem like they really love their mama. Oh, Heather, get well. Doesn't it seem like she's the one that was in prison on drug, charges? Like she get like Dylan and Heather have switched roles on this show for me. Yeah, that's what I think it is too, Shanty Sam. Because Shanty Sam said that Dylan also said he didn't have a place to stay. I think he burnt a lot of bridges with the, drugs and going back and forth to prison. I think he burnt a lot of bridges, and Heather was his only resort at the time, and his only place to stay. Oh, Crystal, she definitely would let that boy stay without Heather. Oh, Marianne. Oh, guys. Marianne said, yes, Nikki, they were on Heather's Instagram and her leg was bleeding and she blamed it on Dylan, said that he did it to her. Always believe women, right? Heather, there's more to that story. That's all I'm going to say. I wasn't there and I always believe women, but with Heather, there's more to that story. Yes, she does, Laura. Yeah, he said Dylan seems like a good guy. Just again, just a guy who has some issues. I'm telling you, so many good people are in prison just because they're sick and they don't need to be in there. Like there are people, Dad, are you watching? Um, the last time my father went to prison, he was like, I'm done with this. He got the help, he's still getting help and he's been, you know, uh drug free for about what going on 4 years. Very proud of him. Um, but the last time he went to prison, it was because he had drug paraphernalia on him. Hadn't committed a crime, hadn't done anything, but he was about to use, and he was found with it, and he went back to prison for that. No crime, like that was the crime. Him, having drugs on him because he's an addict. You know what I mean? But that's what happens to a lot of addicts. It's just like they're not actually committing crimes. They're not bad people, they're sick people. And a lot of them keep on going back and forth to prison and staying there. Not because they did anything violent, not because they stole anything. A lot of times they do, right? But for a lot of people like Dylan was found, I think was found with drugs on him. Or was he sell? I think he was selling drugs before he got found with drugs on him. Whatever the issue may be, he's another person that has an issue He has a problem with drugs. And he's a good person, just like Kristianna, a good person who has an issue with drugs. Prison is the last place they should be. The last place. I hope Dylan can stay clean. I really, really do. Because he seems like a very good guy who, wants to live a good life. And he seems like he's doing it. He seems like he's living a good life and having a good time. I hope this show and the opportunities that come from it keep him on the straight and narrow. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just go to Heather's Instagram. Oh, she's on her plane. She's leaving me again. On that midnight train to Georgia. Guys, what's Heather's last name? I'm just gonna do Heather Love After Lockup. Because a lot of them always have it in their bio. I'm like, listen, this show is eating off of you, eat off of this show. This isn't her Instagram, but I just found the Instagram that says N-word lover Heather. That probably is Heather's Finsta. What's her last name, guys? I'm trying to find Heather's Instagram. Yes, Thesano. They do. They keep Kristianna in the same halfway house with the people that she bought drugs from or did drugs with. How you expect her to get well? One Heather G. Thank you, Aaliyah. It's one Heather. Ciao. Oh, we got butt shots. Wait, is it on her Instagram stories? Let me go to her stories.
And then I'm coming back home to do some work. For anyone who has kids who wear glasses, they're so expensive. Zenny has them for $15.95.
Okay, she's posted inspirational quotes.
All right, I just did a little run to Jewel for broccoli dinner.
You know, she doesn't see Heather seems very well on her Instagram. On this show,
Nikki looks getting pale. You guys, I want to answer every question. Unfortunately, I signed a do not disclose, so we have to wait for it to run out and then I could spill the tea. We're here. I love you.
Okay, so I don't see anything in her stories.
Yesterday, and
so where are you guys seeing this incident? Did she delete it? Oh, hold on. We got a super chat from Katrina Castro. Love your videos. You make my day. Blessings. Love you too, Katrina. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for that super chat. Where did she post it, guys? Heather's Instagram seems so wholesome and normal. Guys, you would never think that this woman is the same chick that's on the show. Yeah, I don't see anything.
It's the first time I ever get to touch you or be by you.
Yeah, I don't see anything on Instagram. Where is it, guys? I don't see it.
I'm out at the Kids One Swap Meet today with my witchy eyeshadow and my witchy nails. And we are selling nighttime writing.
Oh, she sells blue light blocking glasses. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything on Instagram, guys. You know what, the Sanono, it actually might be PTSD. The thing about it is, if you recognize that you have an issue, you're an adult with children. You have to deal with it. You have to deal with it. Yeah, DBT Queen. It's easy to look normal. Model genius. Heather said that she's practicing celibacy, which is probably for the best. Oh gosh. That's very true. Oh, that's Thasanono. I hope I'm saying it right. Which picture? Do you want me to read the Instagram comments? Yes, Tiffany Sparks. Heather's Instagram is full of happy quotes and her working out. Looks can be so deceiving. Hey, Jazz. You know what, Lynn Williams? I hope it's acting on her part too. I really, really do. So far, it's looking like that's her. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So you said it's the lover of the lockup post.
Dylan got out of prison yesterday, and last night was our first.
Let me get under this post. Dangerous. Somebody on here called Dangerous Dangle's mom. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm serious when I. Oh my God! The first comment. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm serious when I say this. You truly need professional help. I don't think it was a read though. I think she, Heather, it's just the way you're on this show. Oh, she said it's a reality show, but thanks. Brandy Faye, Novak 75, then it's supposed to be your reality. They can't edit your behavior and your words. You seriously have anger issues. They're not dragging you, Heather. They're telling you what they see. This is Heather, you probably don't understand how reality TV works. Girl, they can take anything anyone says, chop it and edit it and make and replay it completely out of Context. Anger issues? No. I think if you were in my position, you would be shocked at how calm I actually was. Heather, oh, delusional. Delusional. I was barely hanging on to my will to live at this point. And my husband, y'all don't really know each other, who vowed to love and support and take care of me. How was he going to take care of you? He literally just got out of prison. Did nothing but make it 1 million times worse. Be careful who you trust and be careful who you love. I tell people what I went through and they cannot believe it. I'm a effing warrior, unicorn, peacock, princess queen. So you're that girl. Oh, now I know everything I need to know about Heather. I've been to hell and back, and I'm still here shining like a shooting star. I appreciate all of the strangers who have made a diagnosis. Be careful of the fake one who charms and deceives, not the real one who shows you what's up. The quiet fake ones are snakes in the grass, but you didn't hear that from me. Anyway, I'm drinking wine tonight and talking too much. So thank you all for your kind and hateful words. I'm okay. Just know that the months leading up to Dylan's release were horrific, and he was fully aware of my diagnosis and struggles with PTSD from being held against my will, raped and abused. This man knows me better than anyone in the world, to be honest. That's the worst part. And my love, I'm not trying to be rude when I say you don't even know me. You are watching one moment of my life. One day you have no idea. One day you have no idea what you're talking about. And listen, Brandy Faye Novak 75 said, I guess I just never really saw him do anything. So they really edited well. Brandy, you being a little shady. I pray only healthy things for you. I just don't see how they can edit you driving like a maniac. Heather, listen. Again, you recognize that you have an issue, but you're not doing anything about it. Hold on, I think I got a super chat. Yes, hey Tiffany, thank you for the super chat. Calm, OMG, please get the child some help. Listen, she need to listen to Brandy Novak. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for the super chat. Heather responds to Brandy, I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I made the mistake of telling everyone that, and my biggest trigger is being chased or held against my will. When did Dylan do that? I wanted to kill Heather. Heather, I wanted to kill Dylan for promising to protect me from that, and instead actively engaging and triggering me with the producers. I was not okay. I was having my first flashback of PTSD in years, and it took me a long time to center after this experience. Now there's really nothing that I can get through. I'm super strong. He knows it too. That's why his little plan was foiled. I'm too strong for his shenanigans. got um she's responded to comments. This is deep. I can't get into it right now because of pending charges. What? In non-disclosure, I signed. Everything happens for a reason, and I am stronger and more independent and a capable woman because of this experience. Yes, everyone feels bad for him. Meanwhile, I have been being tortured for 5 years, hanging on for life so wouldn't feel alone and abandoned. The irony. And then she said she was being ambushed. Oh, Heather, you know we see the show, right? Oh, girl. Listen, like I said, what happened to her is absolutely terrible. But you cannot use your trauma to manipulate people into feeling sorry for you when you do bad things. Um, what happened to you was wrong. It was not right. It was terrible. It was horrible. You did not deserve that. But you cannot use that against somebody as a defense for your poor behavior. Let me tell you something. Which serial killer was it? I think it was John Wayne Gacy. I was watching y'all know the ID channel, that's my channel. So I was watching his they did a documentary on him. And he had real issues with his mother. So he was killing women who looked like his mother, right? And he went through a lot of abuse as a kid. He still died in prison because he killed people. He had an issue, right? But he still killed people. And the defense was made about that. And yes, of course you feel sorry for a child that was being abused by their parent. Of course you think that's horrible. Of course you wish that you could have been there to save that child. As an adult, he murdered women who looked like his mother. He still went to prison because it was wrong what he did. Heather, what happened to you was absolutely wrong. You can't act like that towards people. You can't drive erratically on a road because, baby, by the way you're driving, you hit somebody and kill somebody, you're going to prison. The judge will hear your story. You're still going to prison for killing someone. So that's like what I'm saying. Nothing. I'm not saying that she deserved any of that happened to her, and that I don't care about that. Absolutely. Y'all know how I was when I did the first review when Heather came on for the first time. And I felt really bad for her. Having said that and seeing how she has acted, I still can't get behind how she was driving, how she was snapping out at Aunt Diane, how she was treating Dylan. What happened to you was terrible, but what your actions are still wrong. And yes, the way you act is probably a direct result of your PTSD from what happened to you. It's still wrong. You can't do that. It's not right. It's not fair what happened to you, and it's not fair how you're treating people. So I hear her, right? I get where she's coming from. But it also seems like she's manipulating people for sympathy concerning her situation to excuse her poor behavior. And it's not okay. It's not okay, Heather. It really, really isn't okay. Listen, hurt people hurt people. And that's very true. You still gotta get help, and you still gotta apologize to those people that you hurt. Even if something bad happened to you, you still gotta apologize to Aunt Diane. She didn't deserve that. You still gotta apologize to Dylan because he didn't deserve that. So the ambush, the abuse, who knows? I mean, like, she could be telling the truth, but we haven't seen it. We've just seen you snap out. We've seen people try to calm you down. We've seen you almost assault Aunt Diane. That's what we've seen. We've seen you go off on people unprovoked. That's what everybody is commenting on. And I even think, Brandy Novak had her little shady comment, but I really do think that she was trying to get Heather to see that, ma'am, you got an issue that you have to handle. And that's Heather's problem. I don't think she deals with the issue. I think she just says, oh, I'm this happened to me, so this is why I can do this and it be okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It really, really isn't. Yeah, Ali Wallace said, driving the wrong way on a one-way street, putting people's lives at risk. Ma'am, if you would have hit somebody driving like that, you would have went to jail, you would have went to prison, or if you would have ran into somebody's car driving like that, you would have had to pay a lot of freaking money. Every action has a consequence. Thank you, Graciela. Thank you, Graciela. Still have to be held accountable regardless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Supernatural girl is. What are you guys talking about? She said, I would never be the same after that. I'm sorry you went through that. What happened, a gullible girl? Because the comments are jumping so fast, guys. Oh, let me scroll up and try to find what a gullible girl said. Oh, a gullible girl. My ex got into my trunk because he thought I was cheating and came out through the seats while I was driving. I was so scared I hit a median. Oh, thank God he's your ex. Girl, I'm glad you're okay and safe. Child, he was acting like Heather. Oh, so sorry, a gullible girl. So sorry. But that's the same thing. Nothing like that has ever happened to me. My grandmother taught me, before you even, take, get in your car comfortably, make sure you check the back seat. You know what I mean? Make sure that trunk is locked. Check all of that. Check all of that. And she said, I don't know if you were taught this, ladies. My grandmother said, don't even worry about that seatbelt. Take off driving, put that seatbelt on while you're driving, because a lot of women, we do a bunch of stuff in the car before we take off. You know what I mean? We get in the car, we get comfortable, we put on our seatbelt, we turn on the music, we put our purse on the side, we look for something. We do a lot of stuff in our car, and we don't know that, there could be somebody watching trying to harm us. So she's like, no, you get in that car before you even like open the door, you look, make sure you can see everything, check that trunk, close that trunk real quick. Then you get in and you put your hand out. You put your hand up, but your leg is still out the car. The door ain't closed yet. When you realize everything is safe, close that door, key in the lock the door first. After you close it, key in the ignition, or whatever y'all do now with these new cars. Take off driving, and while you're driving, put on your seatbelt. All that stuff that women have to do just to drive a car. And while I'm walking to the car, I got my key in between my fingers, my knuckles, just in case somebody want to act up. It's so not safe being a woman, child. Marianne, Heather can't take responsibility for anything that she has done wrong because she doesn't believe she's done anything wrong. Unfortunately, because of what happened to Heather, she's in a constant state of victimhood. So anything that anybody does, good or bad, if she sees it as an attack, it has to be that because of what happened to her. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Immediately, Ryan, she was just like, that's the first thing as soon as you realize the car is safe, you get in the car, lock the door, start driving, put the seatbelt on while you're driving, baby. And never park in the back of like a parking lot. She's like, always park somewhere where it's lit. Never park next to a truck. Always make sure you park in the front. If you can't find a parking space, especially if you're going out at night and you're at a store at night, if you can't find a parking space in the front where it's lit, wait. That's what she told me. She said, wait, because somebody gonna come out and you take that space. This world ain't safe for women. Men don't have to do none of that. They don't even lock their freaking car door. Janice, that's exactly what I think. Janice said, I think she felt like the producers were making her stay for the interview. Well, she signed a contract to do that. She feels like everybody's antagonizing her. I think that's what she's talking about when she said the ambush. The producer calmly trying to make her stay so that she can film the interview on the show that she signed up to be a part of. He's doing his job, trying to make you do yours. That's not an ambush. That's a contractual obligation. Yep, Bonnie, look and lock. Look and lock. Ron Simmons, the reason why I don't think her aunt will kick her to the curb, although she needs to for her health and sanity, I think because, again, Heather probably makes her feel guilty for what happened to her. You know what I mean? And she probably just feels bad. She probably feels really bad. It seems like she's not in close contact with her parents. So, Aunt Diane just probably feels bad. It's, probably if she wants to put Heather out, Heather will say something about what happened to her and guilt trip her into, doing what she wants her to do and being treated poorly. Hey.
Hey,
Okay. Thank you, Mama. Lynn Williams said, I'm sorry, I don't understand. This all happened edited, not within 48 hours from picking Dylan up, bringing him to your aunt's house due to your house being flooded. They took him because of you. Like, it's just Heather. I guys, y'all know how I feel about reality TV. I tell y'all that a lot of it is fake. 90% of it is fake. But they're using what you give them. So yes, they can cut it up to make it seem like it's whatever storyline that they want to tell. But Heather, a lot of your scenes are not edited. A lot of your scenes are just straight through. There's no cutaways to different people's reaction. That scene with you and Dylan, when you're refusing to film and threatening to leave, they never cut away. Even though the producer was talking, they never turned to the producer. They stayed on you and Dylan. And then when you took off and was driving erratically, they stayed on you till you got too far out. The camera couldn't catch you. Honey, it's you. It's you, girl. A lot of times it's reality TV, but in this instance, it's Heather. It's Heather. Yes, thank you, Ryan. Dylan screaming for dear life. You're gonna I think he said you're gonna get into an accident, or he was screaming, I'm on parole, I'm on parole. Like, girl, it's you. You know who's a couple where that a lot of their scenes are edited and not real, and they're making stuff up. Um Andrea and Lamar. You can tell. You can tell that so much of that storyline is fake. You can tell that couple is happy and in love, and they're just doing this for the coin. Heather, you are very real. You are very real. There is nothing that the producers have to do. From the minute you saw Dylan, you were biting his chest. You were, oh, look at that body. Oh, I got a tattoo here. I got a tattoo here. You were bending over, banging your behind into his penis. That was just a long shot of you being extra, extra weird. They never cut that up. It was just a long shot. That's how you know something is not like edited up, right? When you just get a long shot of a scene and there's no take, there's no like cutaways to different things and reactions. It's just a long scene, not edited. She gave them all of that, and they were like, we are not cutting away from this nutcase. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. You know what I mean? The producers know that they have a gold mine with Heather because she will give them some type of, bizarre reaction, and that will just make for good TV. Get Mel Fitness, no work at all. No work at all. Heather and Dylan had the easiest storyline for the editor. He was just like, I'll just put in a break for a commercial, but who's going to cut this up? Just watch, guys. When you watch the episode next week, watch. Dylan and Heather's scenes are just long shots. No cutaways, nothing. Just a long shot, which means that they gave the show so much they didn't need to cut it up. Yes, Bonnie. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Yep. Anyway, fam, I've been talking to you guys for a while. Mother gotta eat, and then I gotta watch Southern Charm because I gotta do that live sometime next week. But oh, also, y'all, I told y'all how I feel about Halloween, right? Like my family, my mom got like radically saved when I was very young. So we didn't really celebrate Halloween like that. But as I became an adult, I started to really celebrate it. And it's like all the fall holidays, like um, from what? Is it Labor Day? Yeah, from Labor Day, I think. Labor Day all the way up until Christmas. Like that's when I start my celebrations. So I am really excited for Halloween. I'm making a bunch of stuff. I'm making pumpkin pancakes tomorrow. Pumpkin pancakes. I'm about to create my Hulu scary movie list, my Netflix scary movie list, and my Prime scary movie list. I'm making myself some treats because I, everywhere else is open but Cali, so there's no Halloween. They cancel Halloween, so there won't be any kids trick or treating. But I'm making my treats, so I got to start preparing for that because tomorrow is just going to be a chill day in because I don't go out on Halloween. I don't know about y'all, but I believe in the spirits. Like, okay, I know that is a holiday with some stuff be happening, and I keep my little behind inside. I don't test no spirits. So I'm in, but I'm eating my treats. I'm watching, my scary movies, and I'm just having a good time. So I have to prepare for that tomorrow. And yeah, that's what I'm doing for Halloween. How are you guys celebrating? I know some of you guys are open, like where you live is open. Not Cali. Not Cali. And we're about to go on lockdown again. My God, please just wear your freaking mask. Like, this is so sad. Oh, of course, Ali. Of course. I enjoy it as well. Yes, thumbs up on the way out. Mel Fitness, I absolutely will. You know what? I think I won't do it tonight. Because I'm still so loopy from today. But tomorrow I'll post a quick video for you guys to let you know all of the stuff that I'm going to be watching on Halloween. Show you guys my little list. Because there's some good stuff that just came out. There's some really good stuff that just came out that I highly recommend. There's probably going to be a lot of zombie movies on there, but that's my thing. So yeah, I'll do that for you guys. I might just do a Halloween live. Who knows? Who knows? I'm very festive. Like you guys will see. Come when the holiday season really kicks into gear, I'm mad festive. You guys will see. Oh, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw how festive I was today. It gets worse. It gets worse. So I will. I'll definitely let you guys know what I'm doing on that day. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow as well. That'll be fine. But let me get. I gotta get my ingredients ready. Real talk. Before I get out of here, one more tip. If you shop at Marshalls or TJ Maxx, always check the expiration date on stuff. But a lot of stuff isn't expired. They're not they're discounted because they get overstocked. But always check the expiration date for foods there. But around this time, like September and October, Marshalls and TJ Maxx stock up on like cinnamon, nutmeg, like all the seasonal, seasonings that you use for like Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween. I was able to find, you all know, if you're a baker, if you cook in general, you all know how expensive vanilla is. I was able to find a a jar of vanilla bean paste, like pure vanilla bean paste at Marshall's for $6 freaking. It's so rich, guys. I cannot wait to make my pies with that. I'm going to put a little bit of that in my pumpkin pancakes tomorrow. Ciao. Ciao. So just a little tip. If you are, if you're cooking or whatever for the holidays, stop by Marshall's. They have a lot of top of the line seasonings and oils and stuff like that. A lot of that specialty stuff that will cost you an arm and a leg at Williams Sonoma or Sur La Table or Bed Bath & Beyond. Did Bed Bath & Beyond sell food? No, Williams Sonoma and Sur La Table. Who else am I thinking about? Anyway, all that specialty stuff, very cheap, very, very cheap at Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Just a little, little pro tip for you guys. Don't worry, Supernatural Goddess. I got all the festiveness that you need. I'll help you get to where you need to go, girl. Oh, Bonnie, me too. Me too. Doing these make me more excited about meeting you guys someday. But let me get out of here. Thank you so much, guys. I say it every time because I really do appreciate it. Thank you for spending your precious time with me. I totally appreciate it. I actually really enjoy spending this time with you guys as well. So I will see you tomorrow. Why not? I'll be mad festive. Just know. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Good night, my loves.